Fiber is your gut's best friend. Are you dealing with sluggish digestion or just not feeling satisfied after your meals? Or you just know that you should be eating better, but you're not quite sure what your gut needs? Well, let's just try and solve that problem today, my friend, because the answer may just be sitting in your kitchen. And what is it? It's fiber, your gut's best friend. Hello friend, welcome back to the Plant-Powered Life. On this channel, we make nutrition simple, practical and evidence-informed. We help men and women over 40 to build great health through whole food, plant-powered living. I'm Norma Elaine and I'm a qualified lecturer, lifelong learner and passionate advocate for whole food, plant-based living. Believe me, I have walked this talk, my friend, and I post a new video every weekday. So please do come and join me every day. Subscribe, like and share as we learn more and more about how to nourish our bodies one healthy choice, one step at a time. Now today we are going to solve a very practical problem. How to get more of your gut's best friend, which is fiber, on your plate every single day on your journey to great health. You see, I don't want you to just finish this video knowing that fiber is important, but I want you to know what to actually do about it. So what exactly is fiber? Fiber plays an important role in digestive health. Certain types of fiber feed beneficial bacteria in our gut, and fiber-rich foods can help us to feel very satisfied once we've eaten and can contribute to healthy blood sugar and cholesterol levels. So where do we find fiber naturally? We find fiber naturally in plants, and there is soluble and insoluble fiber. You've probably heard people speaking about both these types of fiber, soluble and insoluble fiber. But let's keep this really simple. Soluble fiber can be dissolved in water and form a gel-like substance in the digestive tract. Now it can help to slow down digestion, and it plays a role in supporting healthy cholesterol and blood sugar levels. Now you'll find it in foods such as oats, barley, beans, lentils and many fruit. Then we have insoluble fiber. This is the fiber that doesn't dissolve in water in the same way. It adds bulk and it helps food and waste to move through the digestive system. So you'll find insoluble fiber in foods such as whole grains, vegetables, legumes and other plant foods. But here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to make eating complicated. You don't need to sit at the table thinking, have I got enough soluble fiber and enough insoluble fiber on my plate? All you have to do is eat a variety of whole plant foods and you'll naturally receive different types of fiber. And then you'll find that something fascinating happens. This is where fiber becomes particularly interesting. Now some fibers travel through the digestive system and reach the large intestine, where our gut microbes can then ferment them. Now those microbes can produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids. One of these is called butyrate, B-U-T-Y-R-A-T-E, butyrate. Butyrate is an important fuel source for the cells lining the colon, and it's one of the reasons scientists are so interested in the relationship between fiber, the gut microbiome, and health. So my friend, when you're eating that bowl of lentil soup or adding beans to your lunch or having your oats and berries, you're not simply filling your stomach. you're also feeding your gut microbes. That's why I like to think about fiber-rich whole foods as part of nourishment from the inside out. But here's the problem. Many of us have become so accustomed to eating foods that have had much of their natural fiber removed. For example, think of highly refined foods, juices instead of whole fruits, highly refined grains instead of intact whole grains. And you know those snacks that you get in packets? You know the ones, the crisps and the chips, the highly refined grains instead of intact whole grains. You see, we have all those things instead of whole foods. Now remember, whole foods, that which came from a tree that you can pick, or that which you dug up from the ground, such as your potatoes and sweet potatoes. Not perfection, not complicated rules, but just whole plant foods. Not even a diet that you have to endure for 3 weeks and then you abandon it. We are learning how to nourish the body consistently. So our watchword for today on this channel is consistency. Suppose your breakfast is usually something highly refined. Could you add some oats? Could you add some berries? Or could you add some ground flaxseed or chia seeds? At lunchtime, could you add some chickpeas or beans to your meal? Could you make a hearty lentil soup? Or could you just add another vegetable? At dinner, could you build your plate around potatoes, sweet potatoes, brown rice, or another whole grain, together with some beans or lentils and plenty of colorful vegetables? Have you noticed what we're doing? We're not beginning with, now what should I take away? We are beginning with, what nourishing food can I add? And if you've been following me, you probably know where I'm going next. Add, build, create. Add, build, create. Now this is exactly why I developed the plant-powered lifestyle, the ABC method. You see, knowing that fiber is good for us isn't enough. You could watch this entire video and say, well, that's fascinating, Norma Elaine. I'm going to eat more fiber. Then tomorrow morning comes, life gets busy, and you're back to doing exactly what you've always done. Now, knowledge is important. Remember, I said I'm a lifelong learner, but we need a practical way to turn knowledge into action. And that's what the plant-powered lifestyle, the ABC method, has been designed to help you do. Add one healthy choice. You don't have to transform everything overnight. You're just adding one healthy choice. Perhaps today you could add some beans. Tomorrow you could add some berries. Perhaps you add oats to your breakfast or another vegetable to dinner. Just begin, my friend. Just begin. Then B for build. We build. We begin building better meals around those nourishing whole plant foods. Instead of fiber being something you're desperately trying to get enough of, it starts becoming a natural part of the way you build your plate. We create an environment that supports our choices. We create a way of eating that we can actually live with. So we add, we build, and we create consistently. Small steps, big change, lasting health. So now if you're thinking, Norma Elaine, I want to do this, but I need somewhere simple to start, I've got you. You see, I've created my free guide, 3 steps to a transforming whole food, plant-based, oil-free lifestyle. You can start there. The link is in the description below. Then, when you're ready to go further and you want a simple, practical framework to help you actually put this way of eating into practice, take a look at my plant-powered lifestyle, the ABC method. That too is in the description below. You see, my goal isn't simply for you to know more about fiber. I want you to know what to do with what you've learned. So before you leave me today, here's your little challenge. Look at your next meal. Your next meal. Not next Monday, not next month, your next meal, and ask yourself this. What whole plant food could I add to this meal? Maybe beans, maybe lentils, maybe another vegetable, maybe some whole grains, maybe a piece of whole fruit. One simple addition, that's how change can begin. So my friend, great health isn't built by just one perfect meal. It's built through the choices we make consistently. So let's just keep on learning and keep on doing. And let's keep taking those small steps towards better health. If this video has helped you, please do like, subscribe, and share it with somebody that you know who is trying to improve their health. Now remember, I post a new plant-powered video every weekday, so I'll be back with more practical help to make healthy plant-powered living simple and achievable. Until next time, my friend, nourish your body, feed your gut with that all-important fiber, and keep taking those small steps towards great health. I'll see you in the next video.